Hello. How do I usually start?
Sean and Patrick. It's Sean and Patrick for the mini army show.
Hello. Hello, it's Sean and Patrick for the mini army show, and today we're doing this.
This big thing.
No, this
that
is.
I only just realised why it's called a tadpole.
So this is.
Don't forget the mortar.
So this,
over there.
yeah, I'll show that in a second, right? But this came this week. I was going a bit mad online, and I seen this. Actually, seen it a while ago, and I thought it was great. So I thought I'd try it out. When I ordered this, it had a broken. One of the guns on one of the sponsons were broken. It was broken in, and it was reduced down. And I bought it on the site. But when I shook it around, it just popped back out again. So what this is. We'll actually swap the camera around and we'll show it a bit better, okay? Right, so this is our new thing. This came this week. And
Mark IV tadpole.
This is.
I just realised because it has a tail like a tadpole.
Yeah, so this is.
I only realised it a few minutes ago.
You haven't said though what it is. It's a move your hand there,
it's
but
a Mark IV. World War One.
Yes, exactly. So it's the first proper military tank. So that's why it's epic. But this comes from a company called the Weston Toy Company, right? And
is it called Western because Western Front?
No, it isn't actually. I think your man's name's Mark Weston or something like that, who makes the toy company. But
it shall be World War One, and then it's called Western because Western Front. No.
Yeah, that works. Right. So anyway, so this is the Weston Toy Company Mark IV Tadpole tank from World War One. I was meaning to say.
Only one of these guys were made.
No, actually,
only one. Didn't you say that only one of them had a mortar on them?
Yes, you're right. So this one comes. You're right.
I just noticed it now that it had a ladder going up to the roof. But if you were standing on the roof, you would have gotten your head popped off.
Yeah, I've seen.
By an elephant gun.
I've seen photos of troops. Lots of troops sitting on top of these, moving into the front. But what this is, so just to re-explain it a bit, is this tank was a specific one-off tank because they only stuck these tadpole extensions onto, I think, 3 or 4 maybe tanks. They fitted onto a male tank and a female tank, and the male tank was the one with the
cannon,
and the female one was the
machine gun.
Had 2 machine guns.
The
right?
male is better for explosions. If you like explosions, you would like the male.
Yeah, and the female tank, as they called it,
for people who like machine guns.
Yeah, machine gunning troops, right? Which was mostly what they were doing in World War One because at the start there wasn't any other tanks to fight.
There like something. So there was one German tank that was massive.
There was a German tank came into the war, but
what was it called?
And the Weston Toy Company do a version of that tank. I can't remember the name of it at the moment. I'll pop it up on screen. But this is a great design. They use naval 6-pounder guns on these, and these sponsons. They could unclip or something and slip inside for when they were transporting them on trains. So it was a great design. But the reason that this is a one-off tank, and they made the tank usually comes down to about here, but they decided to add these extensions on, right?
Yeah, they made it smaller so it was a harder target for artillery.
No, it's not that. It comes down to about there normally, but they put these extensions on as an experiment. They made in factories 300 of these and sent them over to France, but they were never fitted on the tanks because they fitted them onto 3 or 4 tanks, and they thought they needed more clearance crossing trenches. But they found they didn't need it. The Mark I was, or the Mark IV was grand for clearing trenches. So they didn't really need it. So they didn't add it on. So the reason this is called a tadpole tank is because it looks like a
tadpole, because it has a tail.
Yeah, we've been talking about this all week since this arrived.
And I haven't noticed until now.
It's just before we started filming, Patrick went, now I see why it's called a tadpole. Just looking at it side on. And just another side note, it's what time of year it is now? It's March now, so the tadpoles are actually going to be out soon around Glendalough and the lakes. Right? So there's a bit of a.
It has a door out to that mortar.
Yeah,
and
so
for some reason, it has a
I think they only tried a more.
It's very safe, but back there because they'll be machine gunning at the front, and you'll be sitting down behind all that armor.
Yeah.
So you'll be safe.
But anyway, so this toy comes and it's pre-made. You don't make it up or anything. It just comes the way it is, right? And I wanted to compare it to another great workhorse tank from the war, but the next war, the Second World War, is I've got over here. Just to compare the scale to no, it's a Panzer 4.
We made two other Panzer 4s.
Remember we made the Panzer 4 in the Armour Fast. So I just thought it'd be interesting to compare the two tanks scale wise to each other and have a look at them. This is obviously the Weston Toy Company.
That thing is giant compared to that.
Yeah, it is a bit
very long.
And well, I think there was there 3 or 4 guys driving in that tank needed a driver. I think there was.
Wait a second.
Not sure.
Look,
anyway, I put
Commander,
but in this tank,
driver, shooter, and radio guy 5.
I don't know. There wasn't 5. I think there was.
Take away the radio guy.
I think maybe the driver. Anyway, what we do know, I'll put it up on screen, right? So we don't say what we're not sure. But in the next few weeks, I'll be painting this tank up and adding some mud of dirt and stuff on it, and we'll come back to this tank in a couple of weeks. But there was how many guys in this tank, buddy?
And there were 2 up there. 1 guy, 1
8.
guy. Yes, 8.
8 guys to drive this tank because you had the 4 guys to drive it. Right, you needed 4 guys to drive it. There was 2 guys working the guns here and 2 guys working the guns there. So imagine 8 guys crammed into that tiny little space there.
It actually, if I have a picture in a book and it isn't that tiny.
We've been in them. We were in the tank in Bovington, in the Bovington Tank Museum. But this tank over here, this Panzer 4 with the little stumpy gun on it, right? Yeah. Remember, they upgraded those guns on a lot of the tanks, right? The Armour Fast one that we did it has the 75mm gun, I think it is, on it. But this one is Forces of Valor. I think this is Forces of Valor, and I love this tank. It has lots of little things like hatches that open and these little areas.
What's in there?
There's stuff you can store stuff in there. These little doors. Oh,
that fell off.
That fell off.
I tried to open it and it fell off.
Yeah, I think that needs a bit of glue. But these hatches open as well.
Is this detachable?
They're a bit delicate.
Good.
They're a bit delicate, but
Did it go onto the video?
What?
Did this thingy?
Oh no! It was just a blur. So that's just a pack.
A pack of stuff.
All right, and another thing, we're going to leave this video for now, but a thing I wanted to highlight is where I bought this tank from. I bought it from this website called Drum and Flag, which if you're into buying tank stuff, World War II stuff, model stuff, any kind of model and toy stuff from all kind of eras, Drum and Flag is a really cool site. And Patrick, here's the thing, right? We're in. Hang on, your hands are going everywhere, right? So here's the thing: deliveries to Ireland can be a bit ropey at the best of time and take a while, right? And especially with Brexit and stuff like that, I thought it was going to be a long while. But I ordered this on the Thursday afternoon. I got the confirmation that it was going to be sent on the Friday, and then on the Monday it arrived. I was actually surprised it was that quick, and that was from the UK, and we're in Ireland, aren't we? So. Yeah. So I just recommend if you want to check out anything, check out the Drum and Flag website.
And whatever this was on.
Yeah, that was on it. So we'll come back to that in a few weeks' time, and we'll have it painted up, and we'll stick it on a bit of a diorama or something in the future after that. And anyway, that's the Mark IV. We have someone at the window waiting to get in. So let them in.
Hello, girl.
Hello, girl. Don't jump up on the tank, please.
You Yes.
Bop.
She's more like the tank.
There goes one of the mini army cats. So that's our quick look at the Mark IV World War One tank.
This Panzer IV.
Well, mainly looking at the Mark IV is
my
the
favorite
kind of
one.
point of the video. But this is our quick look at the Mark IV tank from World War One from the Weston Toy Company. And remember, so we'll come back to this and we'll compare what it looks like when it's all painted up.
Yeah.
I think it's going to look cool.
Yeah.
So that's all from us from the Mini Army Show. This is Sean and Patrick saying, if you like it, tell a friend. If you don't like it,
Tell an enemy.
bye.